road in front of me, and now I'm stuck. I don't know where I'm going to park, but I should be parked and live properly soon. You can see there's a bit of a discussion going on up here. Frank is all grumpy. See how that goes. Just want to get around the corner, guys. We've got an okay crowd today. They all eventually get here. Not that many, no more than they've had other weeks. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. I don't know if that's actually stopped or not, but anyway. I was going to make a coffee before I ran up. Anyway. Oh, there's a tinfoil camper. And can I park up here somewhere maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. I know. No stopping. Damn it. Here, I'll do it, guys. Oops. I have to actually cancel it. Did people say something? Come on, show me the stupid thing. No, it doesn't look like it. Cool. Okay. So we're here. Hang on. I'll get you stood up. Yeah. I wasn't quite fast enough getting my phone started. There was a bit of an altercation up the top, if you didn't hear me before, between Kramer, who some of you will be aware of, that Alex chap. There we go. That always yells about BitChute and DuckDuckGo and things. And the police. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but maybe I'll ask him. He probably thinks I'm a policeman too now, though, so. And I'm not really in the mood for their shit. But anyway. I'm hoping the rain holds off. So I don't want to have to haul all my wet weather gear around for... Oh, everything's facing different directions. That one's not on. Power's on. Yeah. So, yeah. Getting a bit carried away with themselves today. I was going to make myself a cuppa before I came up to film, but anyway. Maybe I'll come back down in a little while. That's all fun and games, laughing at this lot, but really, some of the stuff they carry on with is actually quite dangerous. And it only takes one nut. Morning. How's it going?
Fucking awesome!
Good stuff.
Black coat, and he's like uncle.
Those outfits get more extravagant every week. It's not coming up very well. There we go. They've made new signs or jazzed up their old ones. Now I am wondering, because they weren't meant to be parking on here, and maybe they were asked to do it up this end to do spread out.
You can get a coffee around here, do you?
I think there's a cafe up there.
In the Parliament?
Yeah, in downstairs. Otherwise, you're pretty much going to have to go down to the big thing down there. And you can either get it at the festival or at ConvoytoCanberra.
Would they let us go into the Parliament?
I don't know. If they see you that, no. If you're not wearing protest stuff and don't have that, they might let you up there.
Thanks a lot.
And of course, as usual, although not as many as usual, I guess that means Bossy's not here.
Don't you know, talking about a revolution sound.
Give it to Katie. Give it to Katie.
Standing in the welfare line, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around, waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sound. We're gonna rise up, get that, yeah. We're gonna rise up, take what's there. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Oh, I said you better run, 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 run. It's finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about the revolution. It's finally the tables are
Has
starting
anyone noticed they're all doing this one finger thing? Are they the ones that are like in with the OSTF kind of theory, or is that? But then I've seen big groups of them of these guys doing it.
Standing in the welfare line. That's
Someone
where they
wanna
want us
explain
all,
that
isn't
one?
it? Hey, in a welfare line,
But they're all doing it. It's like they greet each other with it now.
Living in a one-bedroom house, you'll have nothing, you'll be happy. That's what Klaus says. But with all you legends here, we ain't putting up with that, are we?
All you legends.
Exactly. So guys, hello. Thank you. Welcome to another day here. We are, I believe, the people who are making the difference, okay?
This is the whole
the line
crowd.
is really getting drawn in the sand overseas and a few other places. A lot of countries have come on board. And we are going to cop it, guys, because we're Australia, Canada, New Zealand. They're not going to back off on us, okay? So we're going to stand the line. That's what we're here for. And we've been doing an absolute excellent job, guys. Everyone, pat yourself on the back. So we're going to open this place up now. I've got Katie here. We don't have any sovereigns of the land that we've found here at the moment. So we do have permission to open on their behalf. And Katie,
I wonder who gave them permission. At least they've stopped fighting with the police.
Custodians of the land on which we gather today, and pay my respects to their elders past and present.
Oh, sorry, that wind's going to be very annoying.
I just got to thank everybody. All right, this has been a hard slog, guys. How are we going out there?
Okay, someone said I move really fast when I do this. Sorry about that. I'll try and move slower.
Spraying crackles every day of the week, and it's just not getting any better at the moment. But
It's
it
just
is
how
because
I cruise, that's all.
Because they're coming at us harder, guys. And what's that mean? We're on the front foot. Right, seriously. There was some stuff to come on stage last week that a lot of awake people out here would know. I'm not going to mention who put it out there or anything, but it wasn't right.
Michael Sims and Mary Jane over there. We'll go and have a chat to them later, hey?
To Robert Kennedy. And yeah, that's been around for a little while, guys. But
Seeing as I'm Mary Jane's favourite troll.
Don't let that bring you down, all right? We are going to hear heaps of false stuff, all right? You're going to be tried. They're going to try and give you false hope, false this. Our hope is in our souls, guys. Okay, that's where it is. It's with us and it's with the good Lord. And how we win it is with us people here. Okay, so try not to get yourself down when you do hear information that you might know has come out and it's not really correct, this, that and the other. We are in a war. I said on a live stream the other night with Caroline, I would really love to be in a war at the moment where we had some trenches. And don't take this the wrong way, you guys out there, and arrest me for it, okay? I would love to be in a trench with a gun. I'd like to have the enemy on the other hill over there. I'd like to be taking the head up and taking a couple of pot shots because that would be a pretty easy war, guys. And I'm not taking anything off our Anzacs. My grandfather was a rat at Tobruk, okay? But it would be a simpler war to fight than what we are fighting here because we're copping it from all angles. Never were they spraying them. Although in the Vietnam War, they did bring in the weather manipulation. We know that. And at the end of the war there and whacked them. So, you know, they've had this stuff for a lot of years, guys. Now, something else I just want to say to you when you're watching all these doppelgangers and all this crap out there and these clones and whatever else is going on, go back to the movie Face Off, I think 1981, someone correct me if I'm wrong, about 81. The technology then that they had with masks, etc., was just incredible. If you go back and watch that film with, who was it? There you go, John Travolta. So, Nicolas Cage, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Nicolas Cage, there you go. See the Wollongong guys, no? Yeah, so if you look at that now, there's been a little clip going around with a chick taking a boot and then she rips the mask off her head. Okay, 40 years ago, Nicolas Cage and that done that show. 40 years. So just look where the technology is now, guys, 40, 41 years on from that. Okay? 20 years? Oh, well, 20, yeah. But it's 40 now, isn't it? No, 20. Sorry, my maths is out of the window, isn't it? Wow. I better get that off the live. Anyway, 20 years. So what have they done in 20 years? I reckon they've come a long way, folks, that we don't really know about. So just remember that this battle is won by us. Okay? Don't forget that. Okay? Because it is won by us. I'm going to bring two guys up on the stage now. These are the people you don't know about. So, yeah, boys, come up here. Right, these guys are from Wollongong. They're good mates of mine. Sean's a concreter. And actually, Sean, come here because me and this guy, we had a few problems a few years ago, eh? We did. Okay, grab that mic there for a minute. Okay? We did. But I'll give it to this guy. A few years after we had a problem, he come back to me and we sorted everything out. You know what I mean? And I'd known Sean for a while. I played soccer with this guy. Was a brilliant soccer player. He played for New South Wales. I've played with him. I've coached him. He's coached me, probably, even though I was the coach. But yeah, that's the relationship we had, and we had a falling out. And it was, a few big nights as well. And it was a pretty big falling out, guys. We're not going to bring it out public what it was, but it was decent. Hey, Sean? Definitely. But look here. My fault. Yeah. Hey, we all live and learn. But I'm not going to blame anyone for it. But yeah, we don't need to tell you what it was. But we are standing here now on a stage, and I tell you what had happened back then could have split up people very easy, okay? It was, probably, we were both in the wrong, let's just say that. So anyway, but we're up here now on stage, and these guys, I've been friends again with Sean ever since we got in contact with each other. We sorted out what we had between us, and that's what we need to do as people, okay? Just sort stuff out. But these guys working behind the line, I'm going to let them tell you what they've been doing. But this is what we all need to be doing in our communities, okay, when we go home. Now, I know when we go home, we got things to do. We got, mould to clean out of houses because they're sending that much rain and chemicals in here. All right, I know all the things you got to do. My wife's been at home doing them for a few days. All right, but we also need to find a little bit of time to do what these guys are doing. So I'm going to put them up here, and they can tell you exactly what they've been doing and how they've been doing it.
So this is my mate Steve. We're just two mates that grew up together. We grew up together in Albion Park Rail actually, and then just through all this stuff they're doing to us. I can't talk very well publicly. Yeah, sorry guys. So can't talk very well publicly, but we're just two mates that grew up together, common interests. His dad was my first soccer coach, all the way through school, mates, and we're sick of what's going on, and just always been good mates, and then we just reconnected over all this COVID stuff really, and then just through researching, which you got to do your own research. We don't find out some stuff, and you just got to go and do stuff, whatever you feel you need to do. So I'll pass on to Steve, and he can tell you what we've been up to.
G'day guys, how you going? My name's Steve. G'day guys, how you going? My name's Steve. This is probably the second time I've ever been up on a stage speaking in front of anybody, so I'm a little nervous, slightly. But okay, I'm 44 years of age. I have 4 children, adult children now, and 2 grandchildren. Okay, so basically I was too busy at work, head down, ass up working. 6-7 days a week, 12-hour days, didn't have time to scratch. Right, so basically I've walked 42 years of my life blind because I was not aware exactly what this world is like. I thought it was like me, peaceful, happy, caring, want to do everything for everybody else but yourself. And then I went down some rabbit holes. And wow, was my mind open. I will never, ever walk this place or planet ever again the way I used to. I look at everything differently now. Everything. I see things differently. Okay? Then what happened was basically, I'm a caring father. I'm a natural man. And what's a man here to do? Protect and provide. That's our 2 main roles. What are women here for? They're the precious ones. Why? They're the birth givers. And who's the future? The children. The children are our future. Are we ever going to be the same as male, females and children? Never. Never. Because in order for things to thrive, there must be balance. Okay? So I believe a male is in this planet. We're all one natural organism. Doesn't matter what you look at, who you are. Inside, we're 99.9% the same. Okay, so my belief is a man here is purely here to protect and provide, as he's part of the natural organism. We are here to protect the women and the children. Okay, the women are the gatherers and nurturers, and the innocent one are the kids. Okay, so we're here to protect. So I knew nothing about common law. I knew nothing up until 2 years ago. But I've learned a lot, as we all do, through research. Okay, so then I heard about a movement that was happening. It was called Velvet Revolution.
You know what they say?
And it was about the serving of paperwork on
Not
police
just
stations.
anymore.
And that serving was a charge and summons sheet. And that charge and summons sheet's got to do with
Joking,
misprision
by the way.
of treason in our country
and also crimes against humanity and Australian people for the experimental, not vaccine, drug. Okay, so we served, I served two police stations, the two local commands, which is Lake Illawarra and Wollongong police stations. So then
You're
what
quite
happens then, it gets
welcome,
served
Rob,
all
and,
the smaller stations off of there.
I'm
Okay,
assuming
but
Mick
one
Sims
thing
is
that
going to
put
speak
me on my
for
back foot
Mary
when I
Jane
went and served
Lidico
these
because they've
paperwork
got a
was,
little
I went to
IMOP
Lake
tent set
Illawarra.
up.
Now, event number had been created by
Bossy
Surrey
obviously
Hills.
is
A man
going
of
to come
Steve
and soak
Sutka
up some
had
adoration.
served paperwork at Surrey Hills Police Station, and an event number was created. That was 5 days before I went to Lake Illawarra. When I went to Lake Illawarra, one of the first things I asked, are you aware of all this serving and these crimes have been committed? And the words that come out of that officer's mouth was, no. And I was like, you're joking. On the nature of these crimes have been reported, an event number has been created in your police system, and it did not send alarm bells across the whole system. So then I stepped back and I asked myself, who is the police force? Are they all connected? Are they one? What are they? Or they just got little individual power trip and command areas that they like to operate on? Because really, the nature of the crimes reported, they should have sent alarm bells right across that system. And it never did. So it's sort of a little scary, guys, for me. Because, I don't know, for your opinion, should it? Yes, alarm bells should have went off. But it didn't. Okay, so that's the sort of things that I didn't, like I said, I didn't know nothing, but I built up the confidence and knowledge in the last 2 years through my research in order to be able to step up and approach the police. You know, because at the end of the day, I tell you who we are.
20 minutes.
We are the members of that service. We pay for that service. Okay? Right? So we're members. Why would we create a system to fine us? You know, when we're just living a normal everyday life. Right? Now, one thing we've all got to realise too, in order to be a crime, there must be a victim. Okay? Now, that victim must be affected financially, emotionally, physically, or had any of their God-given rights taken away from them. If that has not committed, you are free to go. You do not have to identify yourself at all. Because basically what that driver's license is a license to contract. It's a contract ID. That's an access and an invitation to contract. So if you've committed no crime, you do not need to contract. You do not need to ID yourself. You are good and free to go. Guys, okay?
They
So just
should
remember
probably
that. No
pack it up.
harm, no injury, no loss. Walk freely.
No crime.
No crime. That's it. Because a lot of this is victimless crimes. They're getting us on.
Fear-mongering, paranoid
Revenue
bullshit.
raising. That's all it is. But yeah, that's just our part that we've been doing. A little bit of knowledge. Also,
At the point
personal
where
tax.
shit's
Here's
going to
another
go
thing.
wrong.
I don't know if you guys know much about tax. Personal tax. This is something I've learned in the last couple of years. They brought in personal tax for World War II to help fund it. It was meant to be repealed at the end of World War II. It never was because of the corruption. They seen how much money they were making from us, so they wanted to keep it going. Then the worm, Johnny Howard, came in, and he was meant to repeal it as well, but he brings GST and increases it. Okay? Now, personal tax is voluntary. And why do they take our money? Because we give them authorisation. What authorisation do we give them to taxes? The tax file declaration number form you give them. Okay? Now, I don't know the full details, I just know sort of understanding, but basically, if you don't nominate a tax rate, because it's voluntary, you will pay the default, guys. And what's the default? What do you pay every week? 30% out of your wages? That's just your wages, but that's not where the tax finishes for the week. We probably get taxed about 60% of our wages every week. Why? Because when you go to the Bowser, when you buy your food, when you pay everything else, tax. The whole lot. You know, so this is a little bit of knowledge and research that I've come across, guys. But, you know, I
Anyone
encourage
feels
you
like
all to do
sharing
your
this,
own
that'd be
research.
great. I never do.
Because researching is knowledge, okay, which creates awareness, which creates freedom. Okay, so just share. I don't care how crazy people think I am. I drop seeds wherever I go. I'll even get my phone out of my pocket, put it onto aeroplane mode, and just make a few comments. When there's a lot of new ears around. I don't care how crazy they are because there's a bigger picture, it's bigger than me and it's bigger than everyone else at the end of the day. So then I'll just slip it back in my pocket and I'll just walk off. Remember when you plant that seed, if you give it too much light, it's going to burn. If you don't give it enough light, it won't thrive. So when you plant that seed, just tweak it enough. So when it pops, it thrives. Okay, guys, have a good day.
Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Sean. So I'll tell you something. These guys are up here talking the talk, okay? But I can also guarantee you, neither of them have rego on their cars. They walk the walk. They put sovereign plates on their cars. They're taking it on in the Illawarra, and they're setting the precedent for us guys down there. So we need people in other communities to stand up with the kahunas that these guys have got.
Well, hopefully the police are watching
and when your
River
car runs
Stream
out
and
of
they get picked up with
rego,
their
you want to come and
sovereign
see
plates.
Sean or Steve, they'll show you the website where you can get your own. I can get Guru 61, that's when I was born if I want, and put it on as a sovereign plate, which I will be doing. My youth's just about out of rego, so I'll be giving it a crack. My problem is I'm a high target. But anyway, that's probably a good way to push the law and have a go at it. But guys, this is what we need to be doing when we said walk away from the system. Okay? We need to be starting to do these things, okay? Even if we win tomorrow, we win next week, it doesn't matter. We all start to need to move ourselves out of this corporation that we're going to remove from Australia. Right? It has got to go. I am not on side with anyone who wants to walk into there and keep running a corporation. That is not the idea of what we are here for. It's called freedom. Okay? And we do not have freedom with corporations. It does not work. So I think Megan's got a couple of announcements. Say, last week with my grandma, I mentioned me, my wife, well, her name's Mel. And then I went me, my wife, and Megan. So a few people might have got the idea that this is my wife. Sorry, this is my my landlord at the moment. But anyway, yeah, the wife's down there. I forgot the comma.
Yeah, he got paid out a lot for that.
Copped it.
All right, so first thing, we have I think the lady's Kathy, who is looking for a woman called Leanne from Canberra, who she's met while she's been here. Leanne works in a doctor's surgery, has blonde hair and is about our age. I'm not sure how old that is, but probably 40s. But she really wants to get back in contact with Leanne. So if Leanne happens to be here...
I'm not Leanne, but she can give me her number.
But is it Kathy that wants the number? Right, so Leanne, if you're here and you met a woman called Kathy from Darwin, Northern Territory, yeah, could you please... She's right there in the army hat, or come up here and we'll do another call and connect you guys.
Love it.
There you go, you're welcome. All right, okay. So we don't have toilets this week because we normally rely on the guys from the hatchery, and because of all the rain, they've been like, the road's too slippery and they can't get out. So there's the toilets down at Old Parliament House, and there's toilets up at New Parliament House, which... from the lack of barriers and low profile of the police, I'm assuming that they will be unlocked and they'll be okay to use. Kylie, happy smiley Kylie, all t-shirt sales, every single cent she apart from replenishing stock, but yeah, all the funds from the t-shirt sales come to the gathering and help fund
different t-shirt sellers,
toilets and feeding people at the camps and keeping everything running and all the rest of it.
Love the new colours.
Oh yes, love the new, like lots of nice colours. It's not just black and white. Why is Bruce calling me? Bruce. What? Oh, all right. Bruce has done a recce, and the toilets up there are locked. Or by the looks of it, or no, we can.
they're locked.
All right, Old Parliament. Thank you, Bruce, for the recon. You're welcome. Why is he calling me while I'm up here? All right, so the toilets are down at Old Parliament House, either side, in behind the green hedges. So t-shirt sales, we've done that. 35. 35 for one, 2 for 60. Right, so go see Kylie. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, we've got a Telegram group that helps everyone stay connected called the Great Southern Land Gathering. If you need help connecting to that Telegram group, then we can help you with that. Don't be discouraged by the downscaled size of this truck. Bruce's big truck has shape-shifted, because we know that's a real thing. Shape-shifted to a smaller truck because Alistair, where's Alistair? Oh, Alistair, thank you, Alistair, for bringing the truck down. Bruce has got a commitment, he's got to leave at 2 o'clock, so that's the only, we'll have the big truck, the big boy truck will be back next week.
There you
now,
go. There's a next
anyone
week.
that would like to donate this week, we would love it if you could give the money directly to Wally. Everyone knows Wally? Hands up, who knows Wally?
Where's Wally?
Where's Wally? Wally has been here religiously, and he sent me the receipt for his fuel truck to fill up yesterday, $880 to fill up his truck. He has spent probably $4,000 on fuel. We do not have enough funds to be able to reimburse him all of that. We can give him some. But if anyone that would like to donate to the cause, if you could just give your donation directly to Wally for his truck, today, that would be very much appreciated. Okay, and what signs? What tinfoil signs? Oh, all right. Where is he?
Over there.
Oh, over there. Yeah, all right. So how much are they? $5 if you'd like. See, over here, the money goes directly to the hatchery camp. I think those guys are actually camping out there. So they're camping out there. If you'd like to have, a flag you can wave or something to stick up on the bedroom wall or a memento
flags.
to say that you were here and helped support the hatchery. So they're $5 from our beautiful EMF protected dudes. Thank you. All right. Okay. That's all the admin for so far. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, they're actually pillowcases. Yeah. So you can stick it on the wall or you can stick a pillowcase in it. So yeah.
All right. So we've got a couple of fire guys. We're going to get these guys come up here because we just want to hear from a couple of people just about how this has affected their lives because, we've all been affected different ways. I spoke to you last week about, Megan, who had absolutely nobody, at the Navy with her, and then when she went into her other job, she had no one there that was awake, and I just want to get a feel off these guys, how they went with what they do. Obviously, you can see these guys are fireys, okay? So Robert's there, and Tony. So we're going to get them up here because I'm interested in how these guys actually, what they're doing now, how they're surviving, what they're doing, because no doubt these guys are here every week. When they go home, they would be doing something to actually further this movement and do what they're doing. So, guys, I want to give you the stage for a minute. You've got your 5, 6, 10 minutes, whatever you want. But yeah, let the people know how it's affected you, whatever message you want to put out there. But I'm very interested in what you guys are doing now, how it's affecting you emotionally, knowing that we've had the government, putting all this weather down.
I haven't been over to the A1 tent since I got here.
You can't even go into an evacuation centre unless you've had the double miracle of life. So, things are hard. So, guys, take it away and let us know what's happening. Thanks, Robert.
Hey, guys. My name's Rob, and this is Tony. So, we're fireys from the Australian Firefighters Alliance. Now, due to the not wanting the COVID jab, we're technically unfit for work or a hazard to the workplace. That's all right. So, we've made this group of fireys that are all about pro-choice from all across Australia. We're speaking with Canadian fireys, Americans, so it's a big movement. Now, I just want to say this is bigger than just the mandate. So we're fighting also for your freedoms, and pretty much.
I saw that kid walking up the road before when I got.
Yeah, g'day. I'm Tony.
Traffic.
I just want to talk about my headspace, and finish off with a mental tip that may be useful to you. So when I learnt that I was possibly going to lose my job as a result of not wanting to take the jab, I made a decision at that moment in time that I was going to maintain a mindset that went like this: I'm going to turn this into the best thing that ever happened to me, and I wasn't going to let anyone change that. I wasn't going to let. Thank you. I wasn't going to let any New World Order, I wasn't going to let any politician, I wasn't going to let my boss, I wasn't going to let any policeman change that. On the 31st of August last year, I was on my way to a rally in the city, and I was on the train and I got taken off the train by police at Strathfield railway station and arrested. While I was in the custody of the police, I made a decision there that I was going to try and make something good come of my arrest. So I cooperated with the police. I told them I didn't consent to being arrested. I asked them if they had a contract to deal with me. They didn't know what I was talking about. But while I was in the dock, the policeman come up and said to me, I got to tell you something, Tony. I've been a policeman for 20 years and you are the easiest arrest that I've ever been involved in. And I said, look, mate, I don't really have a problem with you as a person. I've got a problem with the system and these mandates, and that's why I'm here. So, yeah, I've been to court, and I'm going back to court in June to sort that problem out. So, after December 17, this is a telling statistic that will convince us all that we've made the right decision. After December 17, Rob and I and about 120 other firefighters were barred from the fire station. We're not even allowed on the premises. So if I said to you that after the 17th of December, where in fire stations there are only double vaccinated firefighters, if I said to you that the infection rate of COVID went up 5% after that date, you'd probably say, wow, that's pretty bad. If I said to you it went up 50%, you'd say, wow, that's gone up. If I said 500%, you'd probably be amazed, but it actually went up 5,000%. No unvaccinated firefighters in the stations, and the COVID rate went up 5,000%. So the reason I mention that is because it just confirms in my mind, and hopefully in yours, that we're doing the right thing. We're sticking to our guns. We're here because we have integrity. It's here because we believe our truth, and we're not swayed. We're not swayed by pressure to be like everybody else. So we're doing the right thing. So stay strong. And here's my mental tip. So, excuse me, this is a very basic mental tip. So excuse me if I'm telling you something that you already know. But the difference between feelings and emotions. So feelings are things that happen to you automatically. Someone pushes in on you in the supermarket. The feeling of anger is an automatic thing. You can't push in front of me. That's wrong. I don't accept that. But then the emotion is what you choose to do afterwards. So you can choose to be angry, or you can choose to think in your head, oh, maybe they're in a hurry. Maybe their kid's sick at home. I'll just let them go. I've got a bit of time. I'm going to not get angry. I'll handle this differently. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because at the moment, in our position where we've gone against a large percentage of the population, we're basically saying we're different to a large percentage of the population. Even in my own family, I'm different to a large percentage of my own family. And there's lots of other stuff going on that we learn on Telegram, and it can tend to put us in a bit of a mindset that is anxious or even depressive or even, sad, whatever. It can affect your mindset. But the emotion is what you choose, the reaction you choose to that stuff you see. So before I open Telegram, I choose a mindset, and the original mindset for me is I'm going to make this the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm never going to let anyone change that. So what I'm saying to you is we have the ability to choose emotions and choose reactions to this stuff that's going on. So what I'm asking for you is that we choose strength, that we choose conviction, and we choose our integrity in this battle. It's a spiritual battle, so keep choosing those, keep making those right choices. Keep choosing to be strong. Keep choosing to stick to your truth, and we're going to win. Thanks for listening.
Okay, yeah, we're certainly going to win. I think we all know that, okay? And, we'd like to get, this is the sort of stuff that we need, people who aren't awake to be hearing. But unfortunately, we have very, very heavy censorship. I just went to go live here on a back channel that I've got that I can share out to my other pages, and I go to go live, and they've taken that off me this morning. So, if every time I open a new page or I do something or I open my mouth live, I'm getting barred, guys. We're right over the target. Okay, we are right over the target. And what's that? That's this place down here holding the ground. These guys are not happy. Okay, they come in trying to harass us this morning and tell us to get the cars off the grass and do this, do that, we're going to fine you. So, you know, they're not going to stop, and they're just going to try and play their cards a little bit harder and a little bit harder, because that's what they get told to do by their Luciferian bosses. You know, we all know it. We know what's going on. And, yeah, I just want to give what
Still don't see Cole
Tony was just
working
talking
around,
about
though.
then. You know, you people out here have that. Okay? We need to go and spread that.
Say
Community.
living, but he's
All right,
like
you people would not be
not
standing
very
here in the
tall.
rain
So
like
he
this,
doesn't
turning
live
up
very
every week
well.
for what are we, the 11th week now? Is that right? 11th? Yeah. 11 weeks, people. I don't know what it's cost you. It's cost me a bit to be here. Okay, but guess what? If I'm not here and we're not doing what we're doing as a group of people, okay, standing here making our voices heard every weekend, well then I've really got nothing to go back to. Okay, because, I know a few of us, we're going to be the first ones they rip off to a camp and gas us, mate, and get rid of us. So that's what it is, folks. You know, if you really want the bottom line, we either stick together, we win this thing, and we try and unite everyone in Australia to try and win this thing. Now, you know, we're out there trying to do some work with the other people. We know we got stuff happening in Melbourne, we got stuff happening in Sydney, we got Brisbane, we got here, we got Perth, we got Tasmania. So what we are trying to do for Anzac Day, and we need to have a little bit of a chat about this, and when Ricardo's finished in a minute, I'll get back up. And we want feedback on our Telegram channel, okay? Because Anzac weekend, we can't just stay away, guys. All right, we need to keep this momentum, we need to keep going. Now, you know, my thoughts on Anzac weekend is to have it around an Anzac theme, which means we've got a long weekend. We could have Friday night at Glebe Park, we could have Saturday here, we could have Sunday somewhere, and we've got Monday, and Tuesday is Anzac Day. Monday's the Anzac Day, is it? Okay, so Monday's Anzac Day. Now, whatever we do on the Monday, my opinion only, and this is why we want feedback, this is not my decision, this is your decision out there. Okay, but I think we need to fully respect anything that is happening on that day. We need to turn up with the Canberra locals, okay? No flags. This is my opinion only, okay? I'm only putting out there what I think. No flags, no nothing. Just solidarity and people, okay? And we go with our Anzacs, we do whatever they're doing in Canberra, and then we will look into that. And if we can then break off from there and come somewhere and make a stand, a quiet stand, okay, and be heard silently, or maybe not so silently, but anything that day and that weekend needs to have an Anzac theme. So my granddad was a Rhetoric. I'll be wearing his medals with pride that day, okay, or probably that whole weekend. I will probably wear them for that Anzac weekend. Okay, because I can wear them. I can wear them on my right side, not on my left side. Only people that went to war wear them on their left. So if you are going to wear medals, they go on your right-hand side. Okay, but that's what I would like to see about Anzac Day. I would like to see a long weekend of celebration down here, because we are fighting for what those guys won for us. Now, we all know that the story's a little bit different to that, and the war was funded by both sides, but our grandparents, our grandfathers, our grandmothers, our fathers, whoever went, they went under the presumption that they were fighting for our country, and they were fighting for good. And they were fighting for good. We can't take anything away from them. Okay, they were huge men of their day. And as I said, my granddad's younger brother actually lied about his age, and I think he was 15 or 16. Okay, but he went. Okay, he went. So we're in this war now, guys. We got women here, we got children here, we got all sorts, okay? But we need to remain in the war, okay? So we want feedback on what you think is a good idea for Anzac Day, all right? Because I don't want to be making your decisions. I want you to make our decisions, and then we can put that out there and we can take that forward. But this is not for me or anybody else that gets up here on this platform, in this stage, to make a decision on what you people want to do. Okay, so we would like feedback. It's the Great Southern Land Gathering on Telegram. Get on there, get a part of it, give us your feedback on what you would like to do, because we want to do what you want to do to respect the Anzacs. So, Ricardo, could you come up here and have a chat? So here's the only guy I'm standing beside people, and the only reason I'm standing beside him is because I've actually realised that this guy is pretty solid, okay? He's very, very solid, guys. Right, there's only a few people that have been here for 11 weeks. He's one of them. You crowd are the other. Okay, I don't see anyone else down here doing the hard yards. So let's just hope when we bring this thing down that this guy gets to stand where he needs to stand so we can actually get this country back to somewhere where we can live, we can enjoy ourselves, and we don't have to put up with this filthy pedophilia, Luciferian tactics that these guys have been laying on us for 6,000 years or so. So let's hand it to Ricardo and see what he's got to say. Thanks, buddy.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Dave, the concreter from Wollongong.
Stay still, Tracy.
Give this guy the biggest round of applause, please. This is a very Australian coup d'etat. Coup d'etat is French for change of estate, change of leadership. Hang on. What? Yeah, he didn't hear the thunderous applause because he was too busy working. Give it to him again.
Well, look, yeah, I'm humble. I am a pretty humble sort of guy. You might think I'm a bit of a big mouth when I get up here, but yeah, I'm good with a mic. That's about all. But I am a pretty humble sort of guy. I'm a character. I'm a larrikin. I can rub people the wrong way. I can rub people the right way. But guess what, people? All in all, nothing matters except we win this war. Okay, and that's why we're here. So let's just do it, eh? And it's you people out there, not me and Rick. All right, me and Rick have been put into a position where, you know, we got to do what we're doing. But I tell you what, you guys don't have to be here. You could be on your lounge. You could be sailing your boat like I'd like to be. You could be having a surf. You could be doing anything you want on the weekends when your time is off. Look where you are. So I love you guys, man, more than you love me, I can tell you. Thank you.
Has anybody else made friends that they feel like they've known all their lives and all of a sudden you've got a brand new family? That's this movement. It's remarkable. This is an Australian coup d'etat, change of estate, change of leadership. In South American countries, they establish a junta of military officers to run the country. What did we do? We got a truck driver from Perth called Jim Greer who said, I've had a gutful.
He doesn't drive a truck, he drives a
And all of a sudden
recreational
millions of
vehicle.
Australians responded to that very Australian call to action. And he belted across the Nullarbor and brought millions with him.
With a bus and a four-wheel drive.
Dave was arrested for firearms and drugs offences.
It's because he had firearms and
And if you
guns.
believe that, I've got a bridge in Sydney Harbour I'd love to sell you. And so in that absence, Dave the concreter from Wollongong stepped up. So we've got a truck driver and a concreter that are saving Australia. I think that is the best way to go. A truckie and a tradie. How cool is that? You couldn't get any better.
No, and you couldn't. You couldn't. Actually, if you're looking for two characters from Australia, and look, Jim's a prepper. Okay, you know, I love Jim. You know, any prepper is going to have gun in their truck. You know, that's where they live. It's called their house. You know, maybe we should have had the bullets somewhere else and the gun separated, you know. But I mean, I think everyone has a bit of a smoke every once in a while. And I just got to keep taking my hat off to Jim Greer. He started this movement, guys. Okay, I was in the lucky enough position that, you know, I was there and I filled a gap. Okay, but this started from Western Australia, guys, and don't forget it. All right, Jim needs to be recollected in this when we get to this stage of winning this thing. As probably so does Ricardo and maybe myself, my wife and Megan and a few other people, but it's not what we're here for, guys. We're here because if we don't win, we're going to camps. Okay? And you guys know, there's no use beating around the freaking bush. Okay? That's what it is. Right? We win this, we win a few humanity, or we go.
You might go.
And you people here are the nucleus of what's going to happen in Australia. Yeah, don't let me keep talking, Rick. Go.
I built a big one to put the cult across.
What's in a name? What is in a name? Just in your mind now, I want you to say to yourself your birth name. Now just hold that thought and go with me. What do you think when you hear the name Pfizer?
Sick in the guts.
AstraZeneca?
Genocide.
Moderna?
Genocide.
Scott Morrison? Anthony Albanese? Any politician?
Anyone like you?
We've all got a name, folks, and every one of you has a name. Now, I'm going somewhere with this, so bear with me. On the 9th of March 1960, a young Italian couple that had been in the country for less than a decade, mum gave birth to their second child, a boy, and the two granddads wanted him named after them because, you know, that's the first boy in the Italian family. He's got to have the granddad's name. And the father's name was Umberto, and the mother's father's name was Guerino. Mum and Dad looked at each other and said, that's not happening. So they gave that young boy his own name, Riccardo. 9th of March 1960. Now, that's not a name that meant anything to anybody. I can tell you up until recently it meant nothing to nobody. Riccardo Umberto Guerino Bossi. It meant nothing. Each one of you has a name. And it's up to you to decide what that name means. And it doesn't have to be famous and it doesn't have to be up in lights. But when you look in the mirror and say, I am, and then you say your name, you get a bit of a rush and say, geez, I'm proud of me. I've done the right thing. I took the hits. I kept going forward when people stopped. I fell down, I got back up again. Every one of you has to be so proud of what you have done. Not as part of a team, because that's important, that's where you learn how to play, I get it. But every one of you has to look in the mirror and say, I am, and then realise, yeah, I'm doing okay. Now, why is that important? It's not for ego. It's got nothing to do with ego. It's an adult recognition that you have taken the circumstances that you have been given, because as Herodotus said, men do not rule circumstances, circumstances rule men and women. But we choose what we do with those circumstances. Does that make sense? You can give exactly the same set of circumstances to two different people, you get two different outcomes. Now, you've already started to make that decision. I'm guessing that most of you have been doing this most of your life. You know, you knew in here, deep down, you had to be someone. And you are. And the evidence is the fact that you are here. And what you have to do now is be that example to the rest of the country, because the sad truth is, for whatever reason, and we're not apportioning responsibility and blame, but the sad truth is about half the country don't know who they are. And half the country aren't even proud of themselves. But they have to see you. They have to see you be proud of yourself. Again, not in an egotistical way, but in the capacity to take the hits and just keep moving forward. And to risk all for something greater than yourself. Hang on.
Yep, I can do that. Okay, so how do I follow on from that? Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about names. My dad. My name is now David Michael, son of Cecil. So that'll give you an idea. My dad's 90, God bless him. He's still alive. He's 90 in a couple of months, okay? Maybe not gone the way that I'd like things to go, but that's what happens, and that's the way things go. You know, my parents have succumbed to the drama of this community that's pushed all this stuff on us, and they've taken, you know, that inoculation, and I'm not really allowed to talk about them, but I am, for a simple reason that my dad had brothers. They were Normie, Jimmy, Barry, Warren. Had a sister called... Oh man, I shouldn't forget that, but I have. Joy, there it is, Joy. So where in the hell did my old man come up with the name Cecil Alfred Graham? Why did his parents do that to him? Got no idea. No idea. Johnny, you know, Warrens, all these normal names, and my dad come out with Cecil Alfred. So yeah, names do mean something. And when people used to come to the front door and they used to knock on the door and ask for Cecil, mate, it was the biggest joke in our house. You know, we used to laugh our head off because all Dad's ever been known by is Alf.
Let's see if we get this
but yeah, I take pride in that name now because I'm no longer David Michael Graham. I stand as David Michael, son of Cecil. All right, and that's how we all need to stand now. We need to stand under our sovereign self, okay, not under this corporate identity of a last name which they love to put on us. That's what's got us. Continue, Rick, sorry.
Thanks, David. The reason I paused was young Angelique here hurt herself. Now, for those who don't know, Angelique is my #1 fan. Now, Angelique, I was talking about circumstances and choices. Angelique was told by the doctors that she would never walk or talk. Angelique, say hello to the crowd.
Hello.
And Angelique and I, as we were walking up the hill, we had 3 races, and who won each race, Angelique?
Me.
So if Angelique can overcome difficulties to learn to walk and talk when the experts, and I'm so tired of that bloody word, said nothing could be done, I think we've got a good chance of saving this country. What do you think? I'll be back later. I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you, just as David did. And I've got to tell you, Dave's solid. Mate, where are you?
So we don't get
This
the
guy,
big
we've been checking each
fear-mongering
other.
speech when his kids are on stage, but people's kids in the crowd.
We've been
don't
checking
matter.
each other out to make sure, because we've all been betrayed so many times, that trust is near zero. And that's not a bad thing, because that's the first step to maturity. The human baby's default position is to trust the amygdala. That's the part of the brain that moderates that response. The default setting is to trust. And then as you grow and as you have experiences and relationships and jobs, you get knocked down, then you get back up again, and you get knocked down again, you stand back up and you get betrayed. And we learn to distrust. Well, we've been trusting too many for too long. And so it's a good thing that right now we trust nobody. And that's a good thing, because now we are on the first step to developing as a mature nation, to take responsibility for ourselves. We can't govern ourselves as a country until we govern ourselves as individuals. We've got to be self-reliant. We've got to look after ourselves. That's what adults do.
At least I don't have any more questions.
Extended infantile life that we have been given for decades.
And that's more of an interest question.
It's done. You know that. That's why you're here. We, by our example, need to show the rest of the country how free people live.
But that guy has stepped in
So
front
congratulations
of me
and thank you
about,
all
6
for
or
what
7
you've done. Give
times
yourselves
now,
a rousing
ushered
cheer,
Bossy
please.
away.
And we'll see you later. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. So, just show some character, folks. It's not too many people just run off stage, drop a mic in someone else's hand and run for a young child. But yeah, and as I've said, we've got a song coming on here in a minute. We're just going to get organised. We've got some more great speakers for you down here that would like to talk to you. And Wally would like to say a quick thank you. You got the tears out of your eyes yet, Wally? You're going to be crying up here when you get with me, buddy. Hey, have a mic. Listen, no, before you start, I'm starting. Listen, we've met a lot of good people here, okay? Everybody has. I tell you what, but there's a nucleus down here, and these guys have been camping here. Wally's one of them, okay? He's been all around town. Every copper in Canberra knows Wally. Where is Wally? Why? Because Wally has this infectious personality. When he sees these police and that, he just turns into a freaking comedian. And he just wants to make them laugh. And he just wants to be that guy who puts a smile on their face. Because he knows that these guys, some of them are doing it very tough as well, folks. Okay, they're only there because they need a pay packet. They're not happy with what they're being made do. Some of them are. Some of them get off on it, you know. But Wally and the guys have been out here every day, man, doing it. So I just want to thank everyone that's put their hand in their pocket and reached out to Wally. I saw the tears in his eyes, man, and this is another genuine guy, right? It means a lot to him. Right, he put $3,500, $4,000 worth of debt on his plate to be here every day and to do what he was doing, and to see people like that just walk up, give him a cuddle, give him a hug and slip him $50, man, that makes me cry. So Wally, take it away.
Yeah, thanks for taking my speech away. Saved me a lot of work. Good day, freedom fighters, how are you? I'm really honoured with your support for me. Yeah, I'm just stoked. I'm a sort of person that likes to pay ahead or in advance, and it's good to see it coming back around slowly. I believe in things happen just in time, not just in case, so I know I'll be right in the long run. Rest assured, I never say trust me, but rest assured I'm going to be in this for a long haul. And even if you don't see me around Canberra, I'll be pushing this rig and this outfit, this ridiculous outfit. We love it. all around the country. I'll see how
What's
far
my
I can get.
signal like
Depends
today?
on
Is it
further
okay?
donations and the likes. It'd be good if businesses come on board. I need a new windscreen. I mean, we got cops in Canberra getting me for being on the phone at walking pace and having my arm out the window at walking pace when we're in a parade. How ridiculous is that? So, yeah. Now, I'll keep on going. You'll see me from time to time. You'll probably see me on our pages and that all the time. I hope my admin keep doing the good work they have been. So keep it up in Canberra, and rest assured I'll push it everywhere else and probably come back with a mega-ass convoy if these buggers up there don't give up soon. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you, Wally. It's, yeah, all these people on the ground that are here every week that's actually making this happen, folks. So we're just going to put a quick song on while we get organised here. I've got a couple of people I want to talk to about getting up and speaking. So the boys are just going to play a song for a minute, put something on that will be relative to the day, and we'll be back in about 3.5 minutes. The average track is. There you go.
They can be quite amusing. Okay, so we just have the song. We'll go for a wander. I might make a cuppa, maybe. I don't know. Let's switch off for a minute.
Say you've knocked off for a smoker, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue.
Another quick look at the crowd.
Hey, true blue. Give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue.
There we go. So I'm going to leave this running. I'm going to go in the car. So I might switch off the stream for a minute. While I do that, maybe. I spoke to Mary Jane. And just said, look, you might want to not recommend people vote for A1 because A1 has no one you can actually vote for. Looks a bit dodgy. He's not taking a piss there. Alright. And then there's all these people parking on here again. Which seriously, like, they know how much, look how much they're stuffing up this edge, right? And you can tell the difference. Just, they don't hang out here. They do hang out here. Right? So you can say I'm being silly, but it's just a fact. The edges wear out more. It's compacted. It's just killing it. It's just disrespectful. Other people play here too, you know. I make a cuppa and grab a bicky and come back up. There's like heaps of people streaming up there, so you're not going to miss anything by me switching off. I don't think they'll be saying anything new anyway. So I will see you in about 5 or 10 minutes.